NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. And now movement here right away. Maybe a sign of things to come with this crowd. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Shotgun now for Rodgers. That's caught by Geronimo Allison. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again. Rodgers. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Eli Apple, good to the core there as he gets in and knocks it away.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. And Adams has it, good play. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 13-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I got you. Boy. 47 to Mike, boy, 47. Check, 47. Defense wins championships, baby.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
258. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Everyone, what you got? What you got? Give me some. Give me some. Hey, 2. 47 Mike. 47 Mike. Mike, 47.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. To throw is Breeze. And Josh Hill has it. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Breeze going to try and throw on third down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. 74 yards. And the Packers have taken the early lead. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers.
Makes the score Packers 7, Saints 0. Mason Crosby set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
I got you.
From the 44, Breeze.
Well, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Throw to the right. He's got the tight end here, Sternberger. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
First down.
158. Stay with your man. Wall, get jump out. Hey, 88.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Throwing is Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Yellow lady.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Zadarius Smith. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. He's got a man open, it's Cameron Meredith. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Rodgers to throw. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And the return will stop right around the 25.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
On 2nd and 11 now. Breeze, and that going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Watch 41.
On play action, now Breeze. Looking for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked picked off by Tramon Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Caught right side. It's Lewis. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
And partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there, because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball, but he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Here's Sherrills. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 36 yards on the play. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Brings up second and goal at the Packers' 12-yard line.
They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12. Throwing now is Breeze. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
A 29-yard attempt.
Lutz puts this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? But wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marcus Williams. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offense coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Tramon Williams.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Sheldon Rankins picks up his second sack of the afternoon. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Bravo.
56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike. Here we go, G. Here I come.
All right.
Check 15.
Now Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal. The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Got a man open, it's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Okay, well, so much for the halftime report here. Guy can't even finish his Snickers. We're going to get right to the 3rd quarter. Let me spit this out.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They start the second half with Kamara. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
On 2nd and 11 now. Breeze over the middle. That's caught by Meredith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Ready. 5-9.
I got you, son. I got you, son.
Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered.
It's caught inside the 25. A big play. Breeze finding Thomas and even 40 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, Maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Again, it's Kamara. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
At their own 15-yard line.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 15. Here's Rodgers. Buying time to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers throwing the out route incomplete. That's Graham. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Rodgers now to throw. And Lewis has it, the tight end. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. On 3rd down, Rodgers. And able to find Graham, complete. He got 29 yards that time.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And Graham's got it over the middle. Touchdown, Packers. Jimmy Graham, 41 yards. And the Packers add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
On 2nd and 9, Breeze. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A gain of 13. It's a first down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Play action. Breeze. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that one incomplete. They tried to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Here's Breeze to throw. Caught on the left side by Ginn. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Ted Ginn. 60 yards. And the Saints get a bit closer.
You've got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA, with a sack.
It's 2nd down.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Von Bell. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They run it again with Kamara. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Breeze going to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Give the sack to Blake Martinez.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. Well, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here, up to the 34. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
At the 47-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. The give is to Jones. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing is Rodgers. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. Huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the other team to come downfield and put some points on the board, but job 1 was taken care of. The 2-point conversion to get this thing tied.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Now Rodgers to try again after the pick 6. Being chased out left. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And in for the score. Are you kidding me? They return it, and they take the lead. So many times, tight games decided by one big play. And a lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Check 99. Check 99. Kelly. Don't let Kelly.
They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Hey, but I'm a bad writer. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
First down, Green Bay.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Rodgers. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play.
Caught on the right side by Adams. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
319. Hey, check 26. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. 319.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
26.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
To throw is Rodgers. Steps away to his left. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the 4th quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like...
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen.